About the our martyrs who lost their lives in this coward attack, and how do the world view terrorism that is taking place in Egypt?
Well, first of all, I offer my condolences to all Egypt and the families of the martyr soldiers. Of course, we all know that this war it's not over yet. We have it's a relative calm in certain moments, but we all know that it's all about cowardness. These elements are always trying to infiltrate the front and to hit hard. But I think that President Sisi, when he gave his speech after this attack, he was very clear this time more than ever when he said two main points. He said that Egypt is waging this war alone. And this was the first time that he stressed on this word, alone. That means that we are taking the burden of fighting a huge war now, that we have no other option but to fight and win it. And the second point, he said that they are trying to undermine our efforts and make us, well, I don't want to say depressed, but helpless. And he said that I promise that we won't be like that. We will never be like that. So I think that terrorism is trying to undermine Egypt's force. They know that these elements, they know that Egypt is going through the coronavirus war on the home front, and we are trying to put our economy on the right track. So they said, well, let's fight again on the borders and kill some of the soldiers and ignite this war again. It's very obvious that they're trying to destabilize our forces. They're trying to destabilize our commitment, but this would make us more and more ready. This will give us more force. And as President Sisi said, we will use a stealth force. That means it won't have any mercy on these coward elements. These terrorist groups, they know very well that Egypt has an international support in fighting terrorism. We stood with the people in Libya against terrorism supported by Turkey and Qatar. We stood with the people in Sudan in choosing the right path. So, and we are avoiding, until now, a military confrontation with Ethiopia. We're trying to find a peaceful solution. So the enemies of Egypt are saying, well, Egypt apparently is doing good. We have excellent relations with our partners in Russia, in the EU, and in the United States of America. So I think that the plan is going wrong for them. So this was the helpless card that they're playing now to put Egypt in this corner. They think they're trying to put Egypt in this corner, that they will make us squeeze now, but they won't be able to do it.
Yes, Dr. Amir, we can't really say here that it's a war, because it doesn't have the elements of an organized war, but rather it's a kind of street fight or a street or militia's attacks that do not really ascend to this level of war. However, those attacks have been silent for some times, and we haven't been hearing from them for some times. Why were they silent? Why the sudden attack? And how far do you think that we are able to contain the situation and return it to as silent as it was?
Okay, the first point, let me explain the word war. It's word of war about the ideology. And this was President Sisi's point from the beginning. We are in war with an ideology. And this is the war that is trying to destabilize us, to make the young people fanatics, the young people hating their own countries. This is ideological warfare. This is psychological warfare, and also on the level of the security apparatus. Why it was calm? Because we were doing a great job, and we were able to find the sources of these groups, and especially what's called Beit al-Maqdis there, which we managed to fight relentlessly, and we managed to control all these zones. Of course, there are some elements, unfortunately, who are hiding in some urban places, and this was the trick that our enemies wanted Egypt to fall in, mean that we will attack the urban regions. We never do it. The ideology, the military ideology of our military institute is very humane, very clean. We never touch the civilians. We never make any harm to them. So unfortunately, some of them are hiding in some urban places. They managed to get some supply and they managed to attack. So that's why they are, we call it cowardice act, because
yes, it is.
They seek and hide. They hide in the houses, they hide in villages, they hide in where residents of women and children are living. So this is a very coward act, and never the Egyptian military will hit a house full of civilians.
Yes, indeed.
They know it.
Indeed. Indeed, human shield is their way of hiding, definitely. And Dr. Cherif Amir, I guess that takes us to the end, unfortunately, of this episode. I wanted to continue on with those who were financing, but we'll be continuing next week with the same episode. Dr. Cherif Amir, Professor of International Relations, we thank you so much for being with us today, and I guess that takes us to the end of this episode. Next Saturday with another important development. Until next Saturday, it's goodbye.